DRE'S World. April 17th, 2026.
Man, we're about to get into it.
Agent within the FBI would file a criminal complaint with the U.S. Attorney's Office within the Southern District of Texas. This complaint would allege Detroit's Defensive Player of the Year apparently made a mistake that will cost him the rest of the season, as he's federally accused of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
The Defensive Player of the Year ended up fouling out a Game 7 in the final.
What?
That's crazy.
This crime stems from the shooting that sat NBA Ben10 down permanently, and even more.
He probably put one close range into his back because it seemed like he was laid like this, so he probably put one close range to it. That's probably what paralyzed.
Details of how it all went down would be DRE'S World.
Okay, so to kind of touch base on what's going on, man, so they're saying that AllstarJR is now being arrested for being a felon in possession of a firearm, which I feel like is a bit unfair, being that his life was in danger, and I could have swore that when your life is in danger, you have the right to defend yourself, to bear arms, and to use a gun. Although he was a felon, he wasn't the one carrying the gun, so I don't understand how that's going to work out, being that he wasn't the one in possession of the gun to start with. It was the gun that NBA Ben10 brought to the fight that was used on him. So essentially he was shot with his own gun. So we're going to get back into the video and see what Mac Mula has to say and analyze his breakdown of the situation as well. Give my opinion.
Be revealed. On April 8th, Houston police responded to a shooting in progress, and arriving on scene would locate John Doe number 1, who we all know to be Ben10, on the ground inside the restaurant with a gunshot wound to his neck.
Damn.
Officers also observed the trail of blood leading from the main dining room to the elevator.
So if he was still sitting there, when the police got there, that mean they really did leave him there to check, bro. They left him there to pass away. So none of them should be his homies right now. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta reevaluate your circle, my guy.
No,
if AllstarJR had the time to pick the gun up, walk you down, pistol whip you, spit on you, leave, and then the police still had more time.
Let's just talk about what he just said right now, man. He did all that shit to him while he was laid out on the floor after he didn't shot him. It's, man, diabolical as fuck. Diabolical. But at the same time, man, when your adrenaline is going like that and you in one of them situations where it's life or death, he probably wasn't even thinking. You know what I mean? The police looking at that like, oh, you was trying to murder him. But at the same time, he like, well, shit, if he get back up and he get another gun or, you know, one of his homies or whatever, he could have lost his life too. So, I mean, he didn't fire the gun first, but he brought the gun to the fight. So I feel like it's kind of unfair for them to arrest him for that. But I'm hoping that he got a good lawyer and that he able to beat the charges, because I'm telling you right now, if I was in AllstarJR situation, I would have done the exact same thing. No hesitation. I got kids to live for. He got a, well, it's confirmed he got a kid, because the whole fucking situation apparently was over a baby mama and some shit, you know, going on with some nigga down in Houston. I don't remember his name, but they gonna say it in the video. But yeah, oh no, Jay Prince, there you go, Jay Prince Jr. It has some shit to do with Jay Prince Jr. and him messing with AllstarJR's baby mama. It's always some shit with us. It's always over some money or a female, man. Always. I'm not understanding that, but
to get there and you was still sitting in a restaurant with a gunshot wound to your neck? Nobody came back for you? Nobody noticed you wasn't there? Nobody like, you gotta reevaluate your homies, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
In the elevator.
They not real ones for sure.
Continued to the parking garage where officers found John Doe number 2, who we know to be dead end Ron.
Right.
He'd suffered multiple gunshot wounds to his hands and legs.
Damn.
The victims were transported to a hospital while the shooter, AllstarJR, fled the scene before police even arrived. On-scene officers found a black Glock 43X, a holster,
I just bought one.
and 10 fired 9mm shell casings with blood on them.
Man.
A Glock 43X comes with a factory 10-round magazine,
10 round, yeah.
meaning the weapon was fired until empty. So in other words, JR,
Hey, he was trying to get him up out of there.
Yep.
Detectives would
Trying
watch
to
He
get him
blew
up out
that
of
bitch
there.
down until he couldn't blow that bitch no more. Hey, y'all. Hey, they lucky he ain't had no extra clips, cause bro would have reloaded on them motherfucking ass.
No,
for sure.
he would have for sure.
If he would have had an extra, if he would have had a full Call of Duty Warzone loadout, folks, he would have reloaded for sure.
Yeah,
lucky he ain't have the scavenger perk. Do your homework.
The two walked out of frame to the
He a fool,
elevators.
not the
Then
scavenger
JR
perk.
returned on the phone. A group would follow him, crowding around him before the
man,
altercation
he funny as
broke
hell.
out and the man attempted to drag JR to the elevator.
I gotta see
Ben
this.
10
Is the
can
full
be
video
seen
out?
attempting to take JR's chain alongside an unidentified suspect named John Doe number 3. John Doe number 3 would actually snatch the chain, running out of the restaurant as Dead End Ron was able to remove JR's watch from his wrist.
Oh, so Dead End Ron. Dead End Ron thought he said, I'm finna get the watch. Shit, I ain't got no watch. I'm finna put it on. Yeah.
Hold on, man. What kind of fucking name is that, though? Dead End Ron. Y'all be killing me with these street names, for real. Like, can we get something simple? Dead End Ron? That just sounds like a fucking... If I was a police officer and I heard that, I'm arresting you just for that name. I'm arresting your ass just for that name. You sound like you on some bullshit.
Like, I'm finna go. Gee, I'm finna...
Finish him.
What the fuck? He thought
JR
he
was
was finna get
apparently
one.
beating on Ben 10 when they began jumping him and a gun falls to the ground. Well, JR fell next to the gun,
Yeah.
took control of it,
Yeah.
and Ben 10 was the first to be shot,
Yeah.
immediately collapsing to
See?
the floor,
See?
initially on his side
Stupid.
before rolling
That was
onto his
stupid.
back as everyone runs off on him.
Everybody
From
ran
the
on
sounds of it,
on his ass.
the first shot that hit Ben 10
Dropped him.
paralyzed him.
Damn.
Wow.
JR would follow
Damn, I
the
didn't know
crowd,
that.
firing after them. He then went back.
Oh, he
Look
went.
at the steals,
This
though.
is the real John Wick.
Look at the steals, though.
He ran towards the crowd while they was running.
Bruh.
Blick them down. Turn the other corner. Blick them down. Folks had aimbot.
Didn't he?
Do your homework on aimbot, my guy.
Back to Ben 10, standing
Oh,
over him
man.
before shooting him
They
again.
stood over.
He tried to keep
Yeah, I don't-
firing.
Yeah, that's what's
Gun
gonna
was
get
out
him.
of
That's what's gonna
ammo,
get him jammed
so
up.
instead
The
he
standing over him
pistol
part.
whipped him and
Yeah.
spit on him. JR can be seen on video wiping off the gun before placing it behind a hostess stand.
That nigga wiped the gun off and put it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Hey, that nigga was crashing. Hey, he was crashing out, bro. He fully blacked out. All he seen was red.
shit.
I ain't gonna say blacked out, folks. Red out. Do your homework. All he seen was red. That nigga turned into the real John Wick.
DRE'S World.
All right, so to touch on what he was talking about, that's what I was saying earlier. Man, your adrenaline is going, and it's like life or death, your life or theirs. I'm choosing mine every time. I'm choosing my life every time, man. There's no way that I'm gonna, I see a gun and I'm getting jumped by like 10 dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting jumped by 10 niggas. 10 niggas. I'm getting jumped by them, right? They punching, kicking, all of that shit, right? You don't know what they got. You can fear for your life, man. I'm picking that motherfucker up. If I see it hit the ground, I'm picking it up too. And I'm blowing too. Fuck. So I feel like he did everything right in the situation. And I just hope he got a good defense attorney that is going to be able to get him off for sure. Because this shit don't even sound right. It's wrong to me. So.
Before he turned into folks off the equalizer. Barely.
And leaving the scene.
No wonder he
Records
got
will show
locked
Ben
up.
10 has no sensation in his legs, meaning he's paralyzed from the waist down.
Crazy.
Dead End Ron
Yeah,
would
that is
also
crazy.
have to get a finger amputated, and the arteries in his legs were destroyed by bullets.
Damn.
A bystander was also shot in
I
the
mean, he
ass,
gonna
suffering
have problems his whole life damn near too. Then.
Yep.
non-life-threatening injuries. Following the shooting, JR would take to Instagram posting pictures of himself inside a famous Detroit jewelry store while wearing a shirt that says, unplug that bitch ass ninja.
Lord have mercy.
JR would caption the post stating, had to shoot to the D and get new ice because my man's Ben10 took some of my stuff to the hospital with him.
That's him.
He'd
That's
even
diabolical.
Junior closed
Yeah,
the
man, that's
elevator
crazy as
on
hell.
Ron,
Oh my
claiming
God.
Jay Prince Jr. left Ron
Yeah,
for
there you go,
dead.
Jay Prince. Huh?
He'd also hashtag
I believe you.
OG3 left them after 3 can be seen being
Again, man, like all this shit happened, and like I said before, I've heard this story, and the story is that Jay Prince Jr. is the one who orchestrated the attack on Allstar JR. He ordered Ben10 and his goons from NBA to jump on him, and what ended up happening was the tables turned. Shit, he dropped the gun. He did what he had to do. He picked up the gun. He shot at him because he was trying to defend himself and protect his life. And it was crazy is the fact that Allstar JR, all your homies ran. All your homies ran. They said Jay Prince Jr. was the first motherfucker in the elevator. First one in the elevator. But yeah, he was the one who orchestrated the attack. That's crazy, right?
pulled away from the fight.
Where is the
before
full
gunshot
video at, chat?
Nah, for real, I want to
What
see the full
fuck?
video
I'm the
too.
only one that ain't seen it.
Rang out.
I gotta go
shit.
on
Another
World.
I ain't seen it either.
state Thought he was mob ties till I shot his ass a few times. So JR was publicly stating that he shot Ben10 and Dead End Ron. There was no
this
shying
nigga
away from it. He was
he was-
flat out standing on it.
He was flat out.
He'd even say Ben
self-snitching.
actually got some of his jewelry, but again, this whole crime was captured on camera, and police at the scene were the first to report they were attempting to snatch his chains. Now, I DM'd JR before I covered this shooting initially, and after he posted this pic, I DM'd him again saying, can't tell you how to move, but fuck all that dissing. Get some big interviews, drop that music, run it up. Don't let this be your defining moment.
No, for real.
Use it to
Yeah, for
propel
real.
yourself where you want to be.
He wasn't trying to hear that shit. That's
No,
why
he
he
not.
not for real, folks. He wasn't trying to hear that
Yeah,
shit.
he not.
He wasn't trying to hear it. He
wasn't.
wasn't trying to hear it, but that was the best. That's what I was basically saying. Like, okay, it happened. You wasn't necessarily in the wrong, but don't necessarily.
All right, so even though we're reacting to Mac Mula's reaction, I want to get some clarity or whatever with what 1090 Jake said. I agree. He need to take this and don't let it define him. I would say stop the trolling though. Like, I feel like you done enough. You said enough. Just focus on the music, and with the trolling or whatever, we all know that it all ends bad when they get to trolling. They start trolling people, and then his homies from the NBA camp is gonna want him dead, and we're gonna hear about motherfuckers from Louisiana. Were they from Baton Rouge, right? Motherfuckers from Louisiana sliding up to Detroit to try to get Allstar JR. So I just don't want to see no shit like that happen. I'm all for that. Like Mac Mula said, the streets is dead. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand why everybody is killing each other. It's just music. But this instance was over a woman, and men pride getting away when it comes to women, especially if she got some good yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, I guess some good yeah make them go crazy. Listen, you ain't hear from me though.
Be dissing. Go do some big interviews. He should have did Vlad TV quick. You know what I'm saying? He go do Say Cheese. Go on the Breakfast Club if that's what you really want to do. Make a YouTube channel. Make some good music and turn up. But I think Allstar JR is like, from what I've seen, it's that time of the year again. Tax time. Which is always stressful.
I love
Maybe you
Mac,
owe back
but-
taxes or you have unfiled returns.
I ain't getting paid for that, bro.
Taxes is a mother. So you better stay on top.
When I was getting me some food, we made a dance for him. Now the best way this dance can work, if a nigga shoot your dumb ass like 4-5 times before you fall. But if you don't got nobody to do
this
I
is
ain't
what he
gonna
need to
lie.
stop.
To only had
He
10
need to stop
bullets,
doing
you
that.
hit him 4-5 times, and it sound like you hit the other NBA nigga about at least 3 times. He got
He got
hit
some
in the
good
hands
aim.
and his legs.
He got some good aim.
That nigga aim was crazy, folks.
For sure.
9 out of 10
For
hit,
sure.
and no
Yeah.
innocence.
For sure. He got
This
some
nigga's
good
John
aim.
Wick. He's the equalizer.
Just lay down smooth like this, right? Finish him. Lay your bitch ass down. And point them toes up, right? You spread a little bit. Nigga done spanked you.
Oh my God.
Then man. You just jump a little bit.
He crazy, man. He crazy.
Do the BNT. Do the BNT. Do the BNT.
Let him do this in the back of the jewelry store.
Ben10 challenge, man. Hey, the best Ben10 challenge, man.
Crazy as fuck.
Fuck it. $20,000 Ben10 challenge. Best Ben10 challenge, man, that go viral. Fuck with me. Let's get a what?
Now keep in mind at this time,
And the sad thing is about this, the whole challenge that he put out there, even though it's like humiliating to NBA Ben10, is that it's gonna be so many motherfucking niggas hopping on this trend trying to do the shit just to get 20 bands. Watch how quick you see people on here selling their soul for this 20 bands. Even though they civilians, and I don't think, you know, NBA or Ben10 or none of his people gonna be able to do anything, you know, about it. It's just the fact that money make people do some stupid shit. And although it's funny at the time because he's trolling only because he like, okay, I survived this traumatic incident where I could have lost my life. At the same time, it's like, damn, he could have lost his life. And that's not nothing fun to like joke about. You see what I'm saying? Like, a life could have still been lost. I'd rather him go to jail. I'd rather them take motherfucking NBA Ben10 and lock his ass up for attempted robbery and then also attempted murder because it was his gun. He brought the gun. So I feel like it should be him behind bars for attempted murder and robbery and all that shit. And Allstar JR should be let free because he did what he had to do to make it home to his kid. Straight up.
and Ben10 had yet to speak out.
Right.
He was listed in serious critical condition, and no one knew if he was going to make it until he broke his silence.
You know,
I don't know what
in the morning shit.
I don't know what I don't know what he was trying to prove with this. That I don't know if he was trying to prove that he was still that nigga because he ordered some food. I don't know.
No, we gotta get this shit in. These niggas sound
He's talking about back
around this bitch. Ain't nothing
Stupid
changed.
duck ass.
We do not care.
With the news that Ben10 was alive and well, JR would immediately fire back on the gram.
Lord have mercy.
I wake up, all you hoe ass niggas tagging me, talking about, nigga, you see Ben back? You see Ben back? Well, if the bitch so back, tell him to do the Ben10. I'll double it for him. Fuck he talking about, do that bitch, Ben, nigga. This your dance.
It's your dance. He's
That
diabolical,
Ron
bro.
would even post to his story showing a wrapped up hand after trading his finger for a watch.
Oh, he lost one finger.
Ben would then post to his story.
He said trade his finger for a watch. No. Diabolical, Jay. Diabolical.
1090 J crazy as fuck.
1090 ways. 1090 ways. Diabolical, man.
For someone to pay him for an interview so he could tell the real story of how he tried to rob JR. A picture of Ben in a neck brace would leave many wondering his actual condition.
Right,
and
that was
JR
kinda
would
weird
post
to me too.
DMs the two had actually
Come
been
on, stronger
sending
than
to each
ever.
other. The DMs would show Ben attempted to call JR, who said, I ain't trying to talk. Send me that challenge, pussy.
Oh, no.
Ben would
Why?
say, oh, you really a bitch. And JR would fire back saying, says the ninja in the hospital full of bullets. JR would get real disrespectful.
I don't know what he thought he was
You
trying
wipe
to
that
say
spit
with that
off
one.
your face? How would it feel that everyone left your bum bitch ass to die? You ain't
I know
cut.
that gotta hurt,
You a
though.
bum ass dude, boy.
No funny shit though, bro. You should really realize like that should have woke you all the way up.
No,
The
for
fact
real.
that you did some street shit with some niggas who supposed to be ready to die about you. They supposed to be ready to crash about you. They supposed to love you. They supposed to be ready. You know what I'm saying? That goes to show that you really not that important to these niggas.
No.
Which most people ain't
For real,
important to
for
most
real.
people. You're not that important to that to
Yep.
be risking your life and risking your freedom for these niggas.
Nope.
You really not that important to them
You
because they
really
all
not.
ran and left you, and ain't none of them come back.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga had the time to run them down. That's why they was out of there, because folks was running their ass down like the Equalizer. He was out here like Detective James Carter from the LAPD. G14 classification. He ran them down, turned back around, walked you down, put something into you,
man.
pistol whipped you, spit on. He had time to do all that, bro. They don't care about. They don't love you like they say they love you for. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Get some help.
I ain't, cause when the going gets tough, them niggas got up out of there, man. So you need to reevaluate yourself, what you doing, who you hanging with, everything.
JR
bro.
would go even further saying, what's crazy was I ain't even tell y'all I spit on the goofy after he got flamed. thick ass neck brace. Did you get popped or get in a 10-car pileup?
10 points for the skinny niggas.
Bro, it's over. Ben would take to his story
10 points
saying,
for the skinny
"You
niggas."
telling the story for the police. Y'all literally getting all the information from him. It's so much I want to say, but I'm real, and they got real street ninjas watching me. I refuse to let us down." Ben would post a video of him pouring up inside his hospital bed, but the comments would be flooded with trolls asking him to wiggle his toes. Another pic would show Ben10 with 3 who was there when he was shot.
Right.
And a nurse would comment on the pic saying the blue thing under Ben is a lift pad, confirming that Ben was paralyzed and unable to move.
Damn.
This entire social media back and forth would be observed and documented by local, state, and
Okay, I just want to say something. I'll pause the video for a second. You in a hospital, potentially paralyzed, and you still talking shit? See, that's where I want to say that a lot of these rappers are mentally ill. They have this weird, like, how can I say this? This weird mindset. They live in their own world, right? Like, certain laws don't apply to them. Certain street codes don't apply to them, apparently. Like, we have, like, discovered in the past, like, couple of years that a lot of these rappers that be talking about snitching in songs are the actual ones doing the snitching. So it don't surprise me that everybody from the NBA camp and from the Mob Ties camp all ran when the shots got let off by Allstar JR. That does not surprise me because of what the culture has really turned into. The code is not the same code that it was 5, 10, even 15 years ago. Everybody telling on each other, everybody cutting deals, and ain't nobody solid no more. I don't agree with that culture because I'm not a street dude. It's just that seeing it change over the years, it's like, why don't y'all just sit the fuck down and make music, man? Make music. I get so tired of seeing like rappers, I start liking them and shit, start listening to their music, and I hear like a whole album, I'm like, oh, he hard, he dope as fuck. Then the next year, the following year, he was unalived due to, you know, some gang violence. So we just got to do better, man, as a people as a whole, for real.
Federal authorities. But the one piece of information that wasn't confirmed is whose gun was fired.
Right.
JR has claimed he took the gun from one of them. With the majority of NBA being felons, none of them are gonna claim it as they be charged with the weapon.
Hell no.
This is where shit gets complicated.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't understand too. If NBA Ben10 is a felon and it was his gun that dropped, how the hell y'all gonna charge the other nigga who took his gun with possession of a... Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm a felon.
You.
Nigga robbing me. If a gun hit the floor, that's a gift from God. You gonna lock me up for a gift from God? But you ain't gonna lock up the nigga who tried to rob me? That's the only thing I ain't fucking with, bro.
Exactly. That shit.
I don't know if NBA Ben10 is under arrest. I don't know.
He said the exact thing that I was saying earlier, is that it just doesn't make sense that he would be locked up for a gun that wasn't even his, and it was just him defending himself in a situation where he could have lost his life. So y'all would have rather him get shot and killed? This could have been a whole different story had NBA Ben10 not dropped the gun and he actually pulled it. You see what I'm saying? If he actually pulled the gun himself and shot at AllstarJR, we'd be talking about AllstarJR getting killed instead. But because he defended himself, and he didn't even kill NBA Ben10, he's still alive in a hospital talking shit. He fucking DMing AllstarJR talking shit, fucking with him. So it's like he really ain't learned his lesson for real, if you ask me. But I mean, he's not dead. So I'm just curious to see what type of like real charges that are going to be brought up against AllstarJR and if they're actually going to stick. You feel me? So we'll see.
If they gonna arrest him, I would probably bet on it. But the fact that the victim got arrested before the suspect and the nigga that tried to rob him is insane to me, gang. I don't give a fuck what's going on.
I don't agree with that.
But maybe he is, and maybe he is in custody. But what about the nigga NBA Ron? He stole a watch. What about J. Prince Jr.? They was there. Like,
right.
Me? Like,
Allstar JR is a convicted felon after being sentenced to 1.5 years for a home invasion in 2014.
Damn.
damn.
That conviction
He only got a year and a half of that.
apparently bans him from the right to defend his own life.
Right.
But the United States Courts of
Crazy.
Appeals in the Sixth Circuit has
don't make
detailed a
sense.
rare exception as long as the defense demonstrates 5 requirements.
Remorse probably
The
one of them.
defendant must be able to demonstrate they reasonably feared death or serious injury from an imminent threat.
Right.
They did
Right.
not recklessly place themselves in the path of that threat. They had no reasonable alternative to possession.
Right.
They reasonably believed possession would avert the threat.
Right.
And they maintained possession only as long as necessary to avoid that threat.
Now that's the problem, JR. You know, I think that's the problem.
Those 5 requirements were used in USA versus Jafari Moore, a man who was staring down the barrel of a gun when he disarmed his attacker, shot him, and fled with the weapon.
I got you.
But because he took the weapon with him,
That's
possessing it
crazy.
longer
That
than
is stupid as
necessary,
hell.
his federal appeal was denied.
That's crazy.
That's stupid
bro.
as hell.
So if
Yeah,
he
I
got
don't.
denied for that in that situation, JR probably cooked. If that
shit wild.
that law and that rule is in place by another case, and that's what happened in the other case, he cooked.
In this case, All-Star JR picked up a weapon
But he did leave it at the scene though, so he might be able to, I don't know, his lawyer might be able to play with that.
that was allegedly dropped by his attackers,
Damn, that's some
who
shit in my
already
eye, boy.
physically attacked and robbed him. He opened fire until the weapon was empty, rendering it useless, before placing it behind a hostess stand in a restaurant. If I was his lawyer, I'd argue my client lawfully defended himself,
Right,
Right.
right.
and placed the weapon out
Right.
of sight so it couldn't be repossessed by any potential threats.
Right.
He only possessed the weapon while under threat, used it to defend himself,
Dropped
and
it
then
and left.
left it at the scene where he found it.
Yeah.
I actually think with the right lawyer, JR
might
has
be
a
good.
great chance of beating this case
For
due to
sure.
the fact he was outnumbered,
boy.
surrounded, attacked by
And that's the same thing that I said too. Hopefully he gets him a good lawyer and he can beat this case for sure. Because I feel like it is a case that he could definitely win, being that, you know, he wasn't the aggressor in the situation at all. He was the victim.
a group. He shot 2 of the 3 suspects who were on surveillance video robbing and attacking him,
Right.
and he left the weapon at the scene. But we'll just have to wait and see
We'll have to
how
see.
this case plays out. Now, I'll say this. I'm surprised the feds picked this up, and if
Me
he
too.
doesn't beat this, I'm disgusted by how the laws are.
Me too.
I
In
said
the
the same
US.
thing. Nah, for
But
real.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing Jake is not paying attention to is the fact that nigga walked. You can't do that, bro.
Yeah,
You
the
can't
walking
get
him down
done,
part.
Shoot a nigga, then come back, look
Yeah.
at him, blah, try to shoot him again. It's empty.
Yep.
Pistol whip him and spit
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah.
Now the pistol whipping and the spit, I think the feds they'll probably look the other way.
Right.
But
right.
it's the fact that
That
he
he-
walked them down, that man
Mhm.
shot him. He already on the floor. The self-defense over with.
Yep.
Now he
yep,
ain't died,
yep.
so he might be able to get away with it too.
DRE'S World.
Okay, so to touch on what he's talking about, the whole walking down situation. Yeah, they actually said that there's a video of All-Star JR standing over him and pulling the trigger a couple of extra times, and the gun either ran out of bullets, I believe, or it jammed or something like that. So yeah, that right there in itself, even though he wasn't able to get no extra shots off, to them that looks like murder. So with that being said, I'm thinking that might be what is actually going to be the hard what I want to say. It's going to be hard for the defense attorney to fight the fact that he stood over him and tried to, like, for real deal unalive him while he was on the ground bleeding. So we'll see.
Too, but the only thing Jake is not understanding is the fact that he damn near walked him down for no reason. Like it's like he turned a self-defense into
Murder,
a jury.
attempted murder.
Like,
Yeah,
you
he
know?
turned self-defense
Being
into attempted murder.
attacked.
But
For
I
you-
still think the police shouldn't care. I feel like if he did want to kill Ben10 in that moment, I feel like he should have been well within his rights.
Right,
Because
right.
he got attacked first. Whatever
Right.
happens after, nigga, that's just what happens. I
Mhm.
ain't saying he should be able to go kill the whole restaurant, but like, you know what I'm saying
No.
though? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
If, like, what the fuck?
Got
I'm
you.
human at the end of the day, bro. So if a
Mhm.
nigga do that, I'm scared for my life and I want to get his ass up out of here quick. I should be able to get his ass up out of here, bro.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel they shouldn't even pick. It's
Shit,
the
I
same
agree.
thing as
100%.
I remember a while ago in Chicago on like what that was that like by the red line? One of them streets, I don't know. They was in a store and this dude was getting into it with this little boy mama. The little boy was like 15. So I think the little boy go to the car, grab a gun, he come back. The nigga like trying to punch on his mama. Folks, boom, lay his ass down right there. Now the little boy wasn't supposed to have the gun.
Mm.
But it was just off the mere fact that she ain't do nothing wrong. She was the victim. So yeah, he technically wasn't supposed to have a gun, but he used the gun to defend his mom at the moment her life was in danger. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's Illinois. Illinois don't have stand your ground, bro.
Dre's World.
You know what's crazy? I know exactly what story he's talking about. So he's talking about the story where the mom was in like a restaurant ordering some food, and this dude, I don't know if he was on drugs or what the fuck was going on, but he tried to like, he kept telling her he was gonna punch her in her face, right? You know, I'm gonna hit you in your face. I'm hitting your face. It was, I think it was like he was mad because she was standing there waiting for her order, and he was supposed to be next or something like that. And he got mad because she cut him or something. I don't remember, but yeah, he started just like teeing off on her. Like I'm talking about, like he was really laying into her, beating the brakes off of her for real. Her son seen this happening, goes outside, grabs a gun, comes back in and fired on dude, right? And he ends up dying. Well, I can't remember if the little boy got charged with murder or what, but I'm like, that's crazy considering the fact that his mom was like literally getting beat by this man that he don't even know. You know what I mean? Beat by a man, period, is really fucked up, but he don't know him. You know what I mean? This strange man is beating on your mom. So he like, shit, he hurt my mom. The first thing he thought was to defend his mom and make sure she was straight. So he went and got the gun, and that's all he could do. You know, he a little boy. He ain't gonna fight no grown ass man. So I feel like he did the right thing in that situation too. But I can't remember what happened with that story. I don't know if the little boy ended up getting locked up for it or what. But I do remember that happened, and I believe that was in Chicago, like Mac Mula was talking about.
Illinois got semi-strict rules about guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not as strict as New York or LA, but it's still strict. Like, you got to get your FOID card and all that. So
yeah.
Jewelry that you worked hard for. The attackers attacking you drop a gun, meaning you were attacked by somebody.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that little beat in the background, 1090 Jake shit hard.
Right.
They drop the fucking gun. You pick it up and shoot two of the people
that was robbing
who are attacking you, robbing you, had already robbed you for one chain, one watch. You shoot them.
Right.
You leave the gun at the scene after you've already used all the ammo and you made sure no one else is going to take the gun and reload it.
Right.
You leave it at the scene. You leave. And the feds charge you with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Now you're facing up to 15 years in federal prison.
Crazy, bro.
For defending your
wild.
life.
Right.
And again, I'm going to break down because I had to actually look up and find that case in which it gave 5 reasons as to how you could beat this situation.
Right.
So I want to go back to that and go through them, right? The defendant must be able to demonstrate they reasonably fear death or serious injury from an imminent threat.
That's true.
Why did I pick up the gun? Because the people attacking and robbing me dropped it.
Right. I don't know what the fuck they
now
finna do with the
on
gun.
the floor,
It's out.
if they pick it up, they can shoot me.
Right.
They've already attacked me. They've already started to rob me.
I don't know what they finna
So
do.
what would stop them from shooting me?
Right.
I picked up that gun and fired to prevent me from getting shot.
Hey,
They
thank
did
you.
not recklessly
That's the
place
same shit I
themselves
just
in the
said.
path of that threat.
No, he was sitting
I
there
was
chilling
out eating
eating.
with my girl.
Right.
I'm on the phone. They came in, surrounded me. I didn't place myself there. I didn't antagonize anybody.
I gotta
didn't
watch
say,
the
come
video
on and
game."
try me.
Right, I want to see the whole thing
I
too.
was in a
Shit.
public setting and I was attacked.
Yeah.
They had no reasonable alternative to possession. What other choice did I have? The gun fell on the fucking floor. I'm on the floor. They're all standing around me beating the shit out of me. If I don't grab it,
Somebody
grab it.
will.
If they grab it, I get shot.
My life is in
They
danger.
reasonably believe possession would avert the threat. If I pick up this gun, I have an equalizer.
Right.
It's just me. No one is fighting with me or for me.
Exactly.
I am defending myself against multiple attackers. But when I picked this fucking gun up, every bullet in it just became my friend.
For sure.
Now,
Right.
I can avert this threat by sitting this motherfucker down for the rest of his
Now,
life.
one thing I will say is this is why it pays y'all. It pays to not do crime, because one of the best things I tell y'all, one of the best things about not having a felony on your record is you can have a gun and you can bring that bitch wherever. You can bring it on the airport. You can bring it on an airplane.
Yep.
You can take it wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Now, it might be it might not be legal for you to walk around with it in certain states.
Right.
But even if let's say you go to California with your gun and you have to use it, that's better than you going in there not having it. You feel what I'm saying? Or being a felon. And you
hold on. All right, so just kind of talk about what he was talking about with the gun laws and everything. Yeah, man. Get you one. In this day and age, I feel like everybody should have some form of protection for sure. The world is getting a little crazier. I'm not saying everybody go out and grab a gun and just get the firing and all of that shit. Go to the gun range, fire off some shots, learn how to actually handle the gun the proper way before going and getting your license and everything and having a license to carry. But no, man, I feel like everybody should have some type of form of home protection, something for self-defense, because the way that people act nowadays, it's like people shoot first, ask questions later, and you don't want to be a victim for sure. Get you one. I got me one for sure.
You just can't have it. So even if you do protect yourself, you going to jail for. If he wasn't a felon, this wouldn't have been a problem, because 9 times out of 10, he would have had a gun on him in the first place, and he would have been pulled that bitch out and did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Before the robbery even happened, he would have been pulled his gun out and flamed their ass down. You know what I'm saying? And I think he got some balls to be a felon, to not have a gun in Houston and go out to eat with your girl with your chain and your watch on, knowing you got beef in Houston. That's some ball. That's some brave shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Blowing this motherfucker's finger off and sending everybody running. They maintain possession only as long as necessary to avoid that threat. Once everybody was gone, he ain't moving anymore, so I know he ain't a problem.
Right.
Take the gun and I put it away. I'm not gonna leave it next to Ben10. I don't know if he's got another Glock 43X magazine. He's just gonna stuff it in there, start firing at me. No.
Thank you. That's the same shit that I said. I said, why would they're trying to charge him with this crime because he's a felon and he was in possession of a firearm. But at the same time, that's what I said too. Why the fuck would you leave a gun sitting there so he can pick it up and get the opportunity to shoot at you? Or he might even had another gun hidden in his waistband somewhere and he pulls that out and shoot at you. So I kind of understand why AllstarJR decided to come back and try to shoot him again while he was on the ground. Hell, he ain't want him to move. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If it was me, I would have did the same motherfucking thing. So, Defensive Player of the Year, AllstarJR. Hey, I can't even be mad with it.
I'm gonna take the gun. I'm gonna put it somewhere where no one else can fucking easily see it. It's out of sight, so I know I'm safe when I leave. Someone isn't gonna grab it, and that's it. I left the weapon at the scene. I did not possess the gun longer than needed to secure my life and the fact that I'm leaving here alive.
Right.
If I was his lawyer, I would play this fucking video that I just made for y'all in court.
Literally.
And I would say, look, he lays out everything for us.
That's why I like 1090
Here's the
Jake.
defense. He lays it all out for us. JR don't even
I don't think even if they had a case, I don't think they're gonna pursue the case just because of how outraged the public would be. Even though he's not like an A-list celebrity, it's not like he Beyonce or nothing like that, or Jay-Z or nothing. But I feel like it'll get enough press to the point where they'll kind of be forced in a corner, and they have to let him go with that shit because he really didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, he kind of did some extra, but at the end of the day, shit. Why can't he kill him? Why can't he walk NBA Ben10 down? I don't know what he finna do.
Right.
He already dropped one gun. He already robbed me. What if he got another gun on him?
I just
and
said
while
that.
I'm getting up out of here, waiting on the elevator, I don't know what he gonna do. Yeah, they running away, but they might be running away and might be pull their gun out and do. I don't know what they about to do. They crazy already. Your Honor, they robbed me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I think he'll be all right. I hope he be all right. This is the type of case where I say free. I say free such and such. So free AllstarJR. I say I don't wish jail on people in this type of situations. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga ain't do nothing wrong for real. And I can completely understand that. You out with your girl and shit. Like you probably, you gonna let yourself get robbed because you ain't really trying to send it up here. You with your girl. You don't have no gun. It's 50 of them niggas. a chain in your watch, a little pride, that ain't really worth your life, and something happening to your girl or something happening to you in front of your girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
But when that gun hit the floor, oh, God gave me a blessing. Oh, my Lord. He done blessed me again. As soon as that gun hit the floor, he said, everything that I do, praise the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Do your homework. You got to do your real homework on this shit, gang. That was like a real, like, folks, prayers got answered, gang.
No, for real. No, for real.
Do your
That
homework.
was definitely a
Didn't
blessing.
fucking say nothing. He can just play my video because for anybody, that makes sense. It doesn't matter if you're a felon or not. When your life is under threat, you're not thinking, fuck, if I grab that, I might get hit with federal possession of a firearm. Homie, I'm gonna make it.
The fuck?
I'm gonna make sure that I get back to my little girls.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
make sure that I leave this bitch alive.
Hell yeah.
And whoever I gotta drop,
thank you.
To get up out of here?
The fuck it is.
Oh, well. I'll
because
figure that
you're
out
fighting
later.
for your life.
Yeah.
That's it. You're fighting for your fucking life. They're already beating you. They're already robbing you. I feel like, you know, I don't know how much money he just blew when he went to the jeweler, whatever, if he even bought anything.
Sell that shit.
If he drops the right bag on the right lawyer, I see him beating this Fed case.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think he should take this one to fucking trial.
Me too.
Yeah,
But
for
let
sure.
me know y'all's thoughts and
For sure.
comments in the comments section. What do you think would go against him in this case? The only thing that I can think of, and the only argument
standing
that
over
I
him.
bring up is he shot
Yep.
Ben10 and was standing over him.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're standing
You know
over.
what I mean? But it's like Ben10 was the biggest threat.
Right.
The fuck you mean? He literally neutralized him to where he wasn't a threat anymore.
Right.
Right.
As sad as that sounds, like as bad as that fucking sounds, he made sure he wasn't a threat.
Right. Right.
I made sure. The nigga already, what am I supposed to do? See, the thing I don't like about the little laws and shit is like, y'all want me to know what's gonna happen before it happens. Y'all want me to just know that he didn't have no other gun on him. Y'all want me to just know that he was paralyzed and couldn't move no more. Y'all want me to just know that he wasn't gonna get up and had the strength of the Hulk and snatch the gun out of my hand and kill me right here. Y'all want me to just know all this shit. Because it already happened. So it's easy to say when it already happened, but when you in that line of fire,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, when the police do it, don't nobody say nothing.
Listen.
When a nigga try to kill the police or pull a gun on the police, and the police shoot that nigga 45 times in the head top, don't nobody say nothing. Don't nobody go to jail for that either. I'm just saying.
If JR was a cop and he fired up Ben10 like that, he's beating that case.
Exactly.
How many videos have
Great
we seen
minds
of
think
police
alike,
shooting
bro.
a motherfucker and then shooting them when they hit the floor?
Tell you.
Man,
They shoot
listen.
you until you are not a threat.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's what he did. You might not like it, but that's what he did.
Yeah.
And he's not even facing charges for
That's
that. Because if
crazy.
he was gonna face charges for the
Hold
shooting,
on, man.
the actual
Hold the fuck
shooting,
up.
that
Hold up, man.
sWorld!
Hey, he said a lot. He said a lot, and I want to touch on it a little bit. That is absolutely fucking true for sure. It's crazy how civilians who are trying to protect their own lives can get charged with murder for doing essentially what he did, trying to neutralize the threat, right? Police do this shit all the time to innocent people, to people who don't even have a gun. Motherfuckers pulling their phone out their pocket and they get blown away and killed in broad fucking daylight, and they'll say, "Oh, I thought he had a gun." NBA Ben10 actually had a gun. He dropped his gun. Allstar JR picked that gun up, fired onto NBA Ben10, paralyzed him, sent his ass to the hospital, right? But yet, you're going to charge Allstar JR with attempted I don't really say too much of that word, but you want to charge him with that for defending himself and protecting his life? Meanwhile, we got police who kill innocent people, who pull phones out of their pockets. Let that sink in. And they don't have to have a reason. That person wasn't a threat. Just saying.
would be state. In
Yeah.
Texas, is not a state where they're just
gonna
gonna
charge
ban
you.
you for something like this.
They're not gonna charge
Texas
you.
is very much like Florida when it comes to stand your ground
Right.
and self-defense.
Oh, okay.
The feds,
So does he got a chain?
completely different fucking story.
Oh,
Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the
Shit.
comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me.
Till next time.